Good morning, everybody. It is September 15th. My name is Kenny Cams, and this is The Black Show. What's going on, y'all? Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's doing well. I had a weird weekend, man, mentally. Like, my Saturdays are usually UFC days, right? Like, I pretty much, once 5 o'clock hit, I'm watching UFC. That's what I love to do. That's like one of the only things that I really like, truly enjoy and truly consistently do that's not work. And even then, I was writing a Substack article recapping the event while the event was going on, which actually I might keep on doing because that's actually super, super helpful of getting it out first. And then MMA, that's kind of what matters. MMA media is getting it out first. So it was pretty dope. Today, though, and I know I always say it's going to be a quick episode. I'll listen back to my videos and laugh at myself about that because I do intend to make them quick episodes, but then they also always end up being like 19 to 20 minutes. So if I say that, y'all, just go with it. Today it actually might be a shorter one looking at it. So my main point of the show today is something I was thinking about all weekend. So in my personal life, in 2019, I think a lot of people saw a switch in it, like a light, like a day and night switch. And a lot of people wonder, like, what happened? Like, yeah, I'm one where trauma pushes you forward. So trauma is not always a bad thing. And that played a part in my, like, the change of the way I kind of think and move in general, yeah. Definitely, I don't trust people, and I'm gonna address that in this next point. But the thing that really switched, and it's not as helpful now, I guess, because the organization, it's an Indian organization, and it got very much corrupted by the leader of it now, the new leader of it. But it was called Heartfulness Meditation, and it's funny. So the original root of it is called Saj Marg. So if people that don't know this, they think that the Middle East is where spirituality started. That's not true. And even if you read the Bible, if you believe the Bible as is and you read the Bible, there's no spirituality in that book, especially the Old Testament. Um, it's all manipulation and power. And one thing that Christians always forget, and they talk about them, they kind of skim over this part, but it's the lost years of Jesus, right? And you can feel however you want about Jesus or Christianity or religion in general. Like this is just telling you what they believe, or the root, the origin of their story. Um, During Jesus' most so on the books, and this is why I know that Jesus is a real was a real figure in human history. I'm gonna piss some Christians off in this, but um, so Jesus was taught spirituality in India. India is the heart. If our world is the body, the earth is a body, India is the heart. And India is actually the place where the concept of a soul was given to humanity. Um, and I think that's something that a lot of people take for granted, their soul. Like we have this running like conspiracy or whatever, a little bit of truth behind it, it seems like, from the outside looking in, that going to Hollywood or going to music, you sell your soul. What is a soul though? That's what I was thinking or what do Americans think is a soul? So the context of the way I put it, doing the heartfulness meditation, and it came to me at the best time probably of my life, or when I needed it the most. Um, why do I say that? Because I was going through like a hard time socially and like with people around me to the point where like I go back to this so much because it seems like it was done purposely. Like the last like 5 years of my life, some of the stuff that happened doesn't seem organic. Most of the stuff that happened doesn't seem organic. And it took me from being a participant in my life to the person that was gonna decide how my life was gonna look. And I was around a lot of manipulative and they one person hate when I use this word, so I'm gonna use it purposely. Like just nefarious people. And I think that word annoyed that person so much because the whole interaction with me wasn't authentic. Like I'm so slow to date now because what I really realized is I was in a 2 year relationship with someone who wasn't even the person they said they were the entire time. And how do you reconcile that for your next relationship? How do you get past that to where you can trust somebody that they're really being themselves? And I have a very quick trigger now on cutting people out of my life. Why is that? Because I really take into account now, and people would think this is a mean thing to do or like, but this is for self preservation, y'all. Like, y'all, people really don't understand the amount of shit that's happened to me. I'll never play victim on it. That's why I don't talk about it. I just get through the shit. But if we putting the cards on the table, a lot of people couldn't handle what happened to me these last like 3 or 4 years. Five, really since 2017. And a lot of people that judge and criticize me. Like I had somebody yesterday stop by the house, right? I don't know how I feel about this person. This person's been in my life my whole life pretty much. I don't know how to feel about this person. This person does not have the best character. And this person has caused constant issues for my dad and my family and everybody. But it was something this person said to me because I don't meet nobody with animosity. Like if you've done something for me or if you've been in my life, it's a smile and a hug when you see me because I love people. This person was sitting there talking, right? And we was just talking, chopping it up. He was talking about my dad. My dad was real influential in his life. And he said something to me that kind of like, it almost triggered me, but it was a good thing that like, I realized how much I've grown as a man and as a person. And this, people think that like, a lot of people think when you get on here and you talk and you tell your story and you tell your life and you kind of open up this audience that nothing really hurts your feelings. Like, so we sitting there talking and he told me, like, yeah, man, so and so think you crazy and think you to just be up in here, don't do nothing. Like, the perception of me is so wrong, bro. I don't care to change it no more. But it kind of hurt my feel. It hurts my feelings, man. Because people will get up on here and call me crazy. They'll say what I'm talking about is conspiracy theories. 99% of the shit I said was just early. It was early that people didn't have the information yet. And that goes from COVID, that goes from Kamala Harris, that goes any of the topics that are controversial that like people are saying that you can't talk about or that people get upset and call the people that can have the conversation a bigot, but they can't mentally handle the conversation because it destroys their reality. It hurts. It hurts, man. When people you're trying to help are calling you crazy and are doing literally everything to make sure that you are not able to help them. When people that I really have no connection to are so focused on me and what I'm doing and what I got going on and how I'm doing. And that's a deflection I realize of like deficiencies in their life they don't want to address. So they project that shit on me as if they're like, it's like I tell y'all, very transparent about my life. I work a lot. Why do I work a lot? I work a lot because I have a goal and it's not even a dream. I have a goal and a plan that is almost I've only seen a couple people in this on this planet achieve it. So to me, that means I have to work harder than everyone else if I really want to get to where I want to get to. Other people that work all the time see that as, oh, he must be covering for some depression or some trauma. Like, it's so frustrating, bro. Like when I get to be the happiest of my life I've ever been in my life. I have random people and people that's really close to me. And when I start, like, I cut people off now because, like, you don't have no reason to perceive me that way. And so, why are you perceiving me that way? Nothing in my life says that, but you're putting that on me. And I had that post a breakup to where I had an ex and, like, an ex best friend put a lot of shit on me that I had nothing to do with or I wasn't even aware of. And I see that when I'm talking to people that done that. Like it was another family member that I went to go kick it with that I'm probably honestly not gonna deal with too much no more of how this conversation went. And people don't think that when people say you can read energy or you can read body language, everybody's operating from this perspective of like that person's not as smart as me. And in conversations, when I see certain shit, so the thing that like I realize like, oh, this person don't really fuck with me. It's all on a surface level. And this is a family member that I saw as like a big brother for most of my life. We sitting there talking, and he's talking to me about an artist that is like basically tried to steal my whole persona because they saw it's a good one. But the thing that I say a lot of episodes, it's not a persona. This has been me my whole life, and everybody around me knows that. The only people that's thinking this is an act or this is some kind of like angle are the people with angles. And like I don't deal with that shit. I don't. I don't. I immediately remove you from my life. I don't care who you are. I had the closest people in my life either die or abandon me for nothing that was my action. Because someone that wanted to ruin my life because I walked away from her spread so many rumors to so many people around me. And then women look at me now like, why don't you want to open up or be vulnerable to a woman? Because literally my whole life, and not even my whole life I'd exposed. My whole life got twisted into some narrative that wasn't really me. So why would I trust a woman? Why would I trust anybody if you could do that to me? So like people say I got guardrails up. Yes, I do. And I think they're warranted. And I think a lot of this stems from I don't believe Americans think a soul is a thing anymore. I don't think Americans even consider their soul. I don't think Americans, I don't think the Western world considers their soul. I don't think the Western world considers the implications of their actions on their soul. And I think this came in from the 48 Laws of Power. Whenever I see that, I remember my ex had that book and would talk about it all the time. And I started to realize it. Like, I don't have to read that book to understand what it's about. I skimmed it and I realized it's just narcissist training and narcissist preparation book. Like, if your intention in this interaction is to have power and control over me, it's going to end real badly. Like, it's going to end badly. Either I'm going to cuss you out, or if you're a female, I'm never going to speak to you again and never have any. And the thing is, I think what people don't get, when I cut people off, the ADHD is a superpower for this. I have zero emotion for you. Zero when I cut you off. I just don't like you. I don't have no like, oh, I wish stuff went different way. I'm like, I'm cool with how everything went. That's a person I don't like. That's a person that treated me poorly. No excuse for it. Zero excuse for any of that. And the Laws of Power, that book, is telling people that it's okay to hurt people as long as you're trying to get your goal. That's demonic, G. It's demonic. Like, the people that set up this country and the people that Like Sigmund Freud, people talk about all of these old people. Like he was covering for pedophiles. Nothing that y'all think is the stuff that y'all know is y'all all know narratives. Y'all don't know factual information. Y'all know what the rich people and the people that are in power want you to know, and they want you to be like them because then you're easier to control. And how people approach romantic and even platonic relationships nowadays, it's all about what I can get from the other person. And that's the part that's so sad to me because like my whole life and that's why I like dog. It hurts my feelings to get to such a bad rap that I get in this city and get from people from like literally not actions that I cause. I speak up for what like. What is crazy in this is I speak up for what I believe in. I have an opinion on topics. I research stuff that I don't know about. I smile. I work with the community. I smile. Like, what is crazy about that? That's only crazy to people that are demonic, bro, or that's purposely trying to ruin my reputation so they can get some kind of personal gain, which is weird because my reputation has no effect on what you do as a person. And I try to explain this to people so much. Like, when you do negative to people that are on a positive path, your karma, your consequences are going to be thousandfold. So don't do it. When people do me wrong, I don't do anything. I'll speak about it, I'll acknowledge it, but I'm not actively trying to get you back ever. I've never been that person. I'm more petty where like if I'm at somewhere and your girl is flirting, I'm not going to stop myself now. When before, out of respect, even if I don't like you, out of respect as a man, I'm like, nah, get this thing. My bad, y'all. Out of respect as a man, I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And why? It's because I know that men get crazy over their girls and they will go, even no matter how fine she is, I don't want anything that's going to interrupt what I'm doing because of her. But now, and that's why I said I had to pause myself this weekend because like I started getting upset and I'm like, these niggas really don't know how much I could affect their lives if I wanted to. And I was some violent shit. Like, again, I'm gonna wrap this episode up, y'all. And it's not like I'm not like sad or depressed. It's just I'm disconnected from the city. I'm disconnected from American culture. I'm way disconnected from black culture. Like, I have people that don't know anything and don't do research and just watch CNN and MSNBC calling me crazy, saying I am the problem when what is the way that you're living gotten any better ever? So when someone sees that and they say like, "Hey, why hasn't anything gotten better when everything we've been giving more money, everything costs more?" And instead of saying, "Yeah, that doesn't make sense," oh, he just wants attention or he's crazy or that's all projection, man. And I'm tired of the projection, bro. Like, we're gonna talk about it tomorrow with the Talking Milwaukee episode with HD, but I'm really done with this city, man. I'm done with it. I don't care about Milwaukee no more. I care about my kids here. I care about the youth here, but the adults are so bad here. I think it's an unfixable situation. I truly do. So my plan is now be in the studio for about a year, and then I'm gone. Where? We'll see. We'll see how the cards laid in. I'll go where my soul is telling me to go, but this ain't a place for me. These people ain't like me. These people don't like me. And I'm not one to go be somewhere where I'm unwanted. So for this next year, y'all gonna still get the content. I'm gonna tone down any Milwaukee stuff I talk about because all I get is negativity when I talk about Milwaukee stuff. And I was born and raised here my whole life, which is crazy. I know all the people here, but it is what it is. So Happy Sunday, y'all. Remember this. This is the one y'all to take. Like, because I don't want to end it on no sad note. Your soul is your higher. Your ego is your lower. Where are you operating in? Are you operating in soul or are you operating in ego? My goal, and it doesn't happen all the time. I operate in ego sometimes, but my goal is to, in that equation, is to operate in soul as much as possible and ego as less as possible. Y'all can believe that. Y'all don't have to. I'm guessing y'all won't because this city is so bad that when you try to fix it, they don't want you to fix it. It's interesting, man. But y'all have a good rest of y'all day. I think the Packers play today, so I'm probably gonna watch the Packer game, chill out. Skinny cams. Oh, one good thing that I'm putting on record too. So a lot of people get on me for smoking something. Well, not really. My mama know I smoke too, but the reason I smoke, y'all, is because I don't take ADHD medication, and ADHD really affects my life. Like if you're around me, it really affects my life, and it's obvious. So smoking for me was the thing that like balanced it. Um, I want to try to balance that without it. I want to see if I can do it. So I toned down, and I'm kind of gonna try to stop. I don't drink like that either, but all of that stuff is poisoning your body, man. And it's not me trying to be like, oh, be a goody goody, bro. Like at some point, doing the same shit and expecting different results, gotta get tired, y'all. And you can call me crazy, but living like that is the definition of insanity. It's Kenny Cams, y'all. It's the Black Show. I'm out. Y'all have a good weekend. Have a good day. Love everybody. Peace.